G'day friends, fans, air conditioners and other cool units. Welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood Arcade, Pal Games, Into the Elsbound, and the Erotic Tales from the Empire, Part 1. I'd like to thank all the patrons and other supporters who help make this channel possible, which of course includes you, the viewer. Perhaps you'd like to like, share and subscribe. Now, I'd like to also invite you to support the channel through the links in my link tree. Now, all the links that for today are on my Rumble and YouTube. Alright. So we'll start with my favourite site, not sponsored, the Bundle of Holding. We have Apocalypse and Inferno, a hellish 5e tabletop role-playing game from Archer on. Take your 5th edition characters to Armageddon and beyond. What is beyond Armageddon? You have Dante's and Virgil's guides. So, this is a all-new bundle presenting English language versions of the ebooks Apocalypse and Inferno, based on Revelations and the Divine Comedy for 5th edition D&D and compatible systems. Apocalypse is a terrifying experience of the end times as described in the New Testament's book of Revelations. You are the last ones, human survivors of the opening of the Seven Seals, taking refuge in Babylon, devastated by hellish plagues, divine calamities, and the four horsemen. You face the hosts of the otherworldly heralds in a desperate fight against the end of everything. Will you fight for your life or rely on the Last Judgment? In Inferno, you are the lost ones, living beings forced to enter hell of Dante's Commedia and journey through its 9 circles to the Last Gate, only to exit before losing your hope. Okay, so for $19.95 you get all 6 titles in the collection. First is Apocalypse, John's Guide to Armageddon. The end times are here. Get to meet everybody and everything from Revelations. This is the final war, the war to end all wars. You have archetypes, terrain, adventures, sins, virtues, origins. Of course, next up you have monsters. 200 pages of things to gnaw on your bones, as Europe has become a desolate wasteland. Must have been a football match, right? Alright, somebody's team lost. And you're one of the last survivors on the plains of Armageddon, facing angels, demons, beasts, horsemen, and, of course, you have the various other adversaries. And, of course, you have scores of conquests himself, the Celestial Butcher, Famine, Herald of Hunger, the Armies of Death, including Death himself, the Grim Reaper, and other additional threats. The Book of Revelations, the art book, Dante's Infernal. This is about the 9 circles of hell. The main challenge is not to face or defeat, but to hold fast to your path and hope during the voyage. Virgil's Untold Tales. It's a combined Gamemaster's Guide Monster Manual for Inferno. This has 3 playable archetypes, a 10-episode campaign with perils, game hooks, equipment, artifacts, beasts, and of course the 9 Keepers of Hell. Also tells you how to work it into your existing campaign. And of course you have the art book with the Divine Comedy itself. Next up we have Battletech Shrapnel 2. This is the all-new second offer of the official Battletech magazine. This is issues 11 to 20 plus year 1 of the bargain price. Now, where's the first offer? One may ask. I think we all missed it. Because the original was in 23. Alright, so this is a follow-up to a 2023 campaign. It's the next edition, so still, if you haven't got the first, it's like picking up an old friend, okay? If you're into Battletech, you know the first is going to come around again as well, so don't worry about it. Just 1995 gets you issues 11 to 20. This is the official Battletech magazine, and they're all standalone anyway. And here you have Battletech Shrapnel, Year 1, first year of Shrapnel, including a complete novel. Retail $81 for $19.95. So next up we have Advanced Adventures Mega. 43 ready-to-play old-school modules. Starter collection $9.95 gets you the basic set of 12 titles from the revived offer, and if you level up and pay the threshold price above $35.24, you'll get the entire collection, which includes 34 more titles worth an additional $210. That's 33 more adventures. So for less than $1 an adventure, well, thereabouts. Pay the minimum price and you get Advanced Adventures 1 to 10. 10 short modules for old school fantasy gaming. And you also get Malevolent and Malign. 150 old school monsters. And Ostrich, the old school reference and index companion. Complete compiled rules for fantasy gaming used from the 1970s through to the early 80s. It is the source reference for many old school systems. Not completely, but it's a pick of everything through the 70s and 80s. But if you level up, you get Advanced Adventures 11 through to 43. Here's the complete list, and these all link up with the modules on the Drive-Through RPG page with more information. And of course, more old school monsters. Many created for this. I think they mean this book. Next we have, now old school, I believe, is currently outselling new school or 5th edition. I think so is GURPS. Now GURPS has extended an offer from June 2022 to bring back the 4th edition of GURPS. Again, I do not have confirmation of what's happening with GURPS, but it's still going strong. 4th edition, yeah, I'm keeping my eye out, don't worry. Everything you need for GURPS, right here. The GURPS starter set, $19.95, gets you the basic. This is ending soon. And if you level up $40.09, you get the entire 4th edition essentials with a value of $109. Now, if you pay the minimum, you get the core collection, which is the basic set, which is 2 volumes, everything you need. Comprehensive rules, Gamemaster, advantages, disadvantages, and skills. The template toolkit. Every character, basically step by step every player, whether veteran or beginner, has a character, and characters have a template kit for creating and customizing characters for optimal play. So you want to play a particular way, this will give you the template. Now, how to adapt to GURPS. Flexible GURPS toolkit for fictional settings. How to be a GURPS Game Master. And, of course, the Game Master screen. 48 pages of rules and key character creation features, including guide to convert characters to 4th edition. Believe it or not, there is still a lot of 3rd edition stuff out there. A lot of people do, on a budget, get GURPS 3rd edition, because a lot of it's complete, right? 3rd edition was pretty much complete, wrapped up, round up. I don't know how much of 4th edition is not here, but I think there's a lot of it. I couldn't tell you offhand what's missing, but probably the updated space is obviously missing. Also, I think the bestiaries. Those are the 2 big ones I can think of off the top of my head. Now, high tech, ultra tech, biotech, low tech, 4 key supplements, right? You want to equip your character for a time period, whether it's near future, far future. Low tech is up to the modern era, and biotech, more fantasy, isn't it? But biotech is everything you got on genetics and gene fixing, immortality drugs, etc. So it's near future to far future. And of course, mass combat. Let there be war. Next we have the official magazine from Steve Jackson Games, Pyramid. 60 issues plus 2 suppressed transmissions. Time is running out. nearly 2,400 pages of magazine material from GURPS, featuring stuff from Talbot, all manner of stuff on tabletop role-playing games from November 08 to December 18. This covers prehistory, historical, exploration, steampunk, cyberpunk, aliens, spaceships, martial arts, action adventures, gunplay, weird science, urban fantasy, psionics, and thermatology. That's scientific magic for you nerds out there. Alright. What's Steve Jackson Games without a roster of conspiracies? $49.95 gets you 62 titles. So gets you 0 to 60, plus the 2 to suppress transmissions contributed by Kenneth Haidt, Steve Jackson Games. And, of course, Pyramid 2, the second half. 62 issues, thousands of pages of Steve Jackson Games to complete your collection, of course. Now, pretty much everything. It links to the drive-through link, so this was one of the best publications of its era. Had a 122 issue run. This is the second half. There was a free sample on the Steve Jackson website. Yeah. Next up we have Neon Lords, a gonzo slime punk post-apocalypse old school tabletop role-playing game. $14.95 gets you the complete collection. One price for it all. Neon Lords ends in just under 4 days. The Toxic Collection, $14.95, gets you Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland Cold Rules book, 272 pages of old school toxicity of the of the late 80s and early 90s. It's over the top, random, and a bloody good time, old chap. So, Runners of the Burp Warp, new classes for the Toxic Wasteland. And Neon Lords put you right in the middle of a hotbed of mutant activity, and there's more to treasure than just in the mines. This map has 37 marked locations with a slew of adventure hooks. This is a complete campaign, not an adventure. And 3 more adventures to get you into the toxic mood of the Toxic Wasteland. This is all brought to you by me. I am funded by you through my endeavours such as my books and my patrons. And I am creating Future Fantasy, a homebrew science fantasy setting for D6. But everybody who joins gets a map, as well as all the notifications to my videos. I have over 100 articles on future fantasy and growing. Next favourite site, of course, is the Drive-Through RPG. And currently, the #1 selling game is Warhammer, the Old World role-playing game. This is the Gamemaster's Guide from Cubicle 7. Available in PDF. Learn all you need to know to run a Warhammer campaign in one book. This was updated August 1st, 2025. So this is the upgraded version, 192 full-color PDF pack with expert advice, storytelling tools, game-enhancing mechanics, and, of course, introduction to the grim world of Warhammer, the old world. This is, of course, you need the player's guide, but just there's a whole lot to this world, piece by piece. But right now, this is on sale. So is this. Alright, so we have the One Ring. The Lord of the Rings is now more popular than ever. And again, I believe it's outselling D&D. Of course, this is the starter set, Over the Hill and Underhill. A rare quiet evening at the inn in Bree when a hunter joins your table to share a tale about a dark threat looming over the northern downs. However, you're not simply mere guests at the Prancing Pony. You're members of a company. It is your self-appointed duty to inquire about the bone-chilling dangers that might emerge from the houseless hills beyond. Will you take the adventure? Delve deep into the lands of Erendor, northern Erendor, with complete maps. There you go. Updated July 31st, 2025. Was added to the catalogue, so. Thundercats is here! Thundercats, yo! The official role-playing game is coming. This is your chance to play as Lion O and Chitara and Panthro and many other fabulous Thundercats in sword swinging adventures. You can play a preset or develop your own and level up to fight against the forces of evil. This is a hardcover and fully adaptable to D&D 5th edition and was designed by Lynn Vander Games. There's a mailing list to find out more. First you start with not much here to go on. It's pretty much the same news other than, hey, here we have, it's here, launching soon. By soon, it could be anywhere from a month to a year. I'm sorry, there's no countdown on the launch. Now, I did find out that there are other launches coming, but I'll cover them as they get closer because a lot of them are far away. So this one is believed to be closer than. But one of the launches that is coming is a new edition of the Cypher system. And of course, a lot of them are next year. Montcourt Games will be releasing a new edition of its in-house system, known as Cypher System, and it was launched over a decade ago, and it's powered many games such as Numera, which has been on Drive-Thru RPG, The Strange, the Magnus Archives. It's a D20 based system. 2 new core rule books will be published. This will be the character and of course the Gamemaster's Guide. Of course, it'll be hitting up everybody as a crowdfunding. I think that is all. There's others. There's Pets and Sidekick for that's ongoing. That is actually been previously reported on. I don't know how much time is left on this one, but it's Pets and Sidekicks, companions for D&D. Look at that. 6 days to go. Over 1,000 backers. Funded in 15 minutes. Veteran of over 50 successful Kickstarter campaigns. Pledge tiers and add-ons, yeah. See, look at the... Yeah. Various options, equipment... options. So 55 and only ships to certain countries. Yeah, this is hardcover, PDF 19 and the VTT poke tokens, and then it goes up from there. All right, so that's everything. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and please support the channel. You can support me on Patreon, or buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree, which you'll find in the description below, in my profile, or scan the QR code on the screen. Please and thank you. See you in the next video, and bye for now.